Hello, everyone. Professor Sorensen here. I want to give you a little bit of an overview of a golden nugget that's in your course that you may or may not have viewed, but it's in the modules section and it's in career development. And let me show you where it's at. So right now you're seeing the home screen of a student, right? So this is a fake student, of course. And then, of course, you go to modules. You see my announcements when you log in there. Then you go to modules. And then you would go to first year career development actions. So this is a real neat thing. You click on the open the first year and it will open up to this. And it's DeVry Career Services 100 level. So this is a 100 level course in Lead 150. Freshman, first time learners. But again, this is something for career development. It's real cool. We're going to have this in week 6 with Annette. But this is in your shell, and this is a wealth of information. You can hire DeVry. So you can click on that. It says log in to Hire DeVry and select community for notification and resources to review job search guides. So that's pretty cool, right? And then there's you can click on this hyperlink. And then you go here to home. Or the modules. You go to modules in this little section, and it'll pop up with Hire DeVry, which we just went through. And then you go back to modules. You can go to define your career path, right? So you want to define your career path, see a little bit of a video. And where do you want to go? When do you want to do it? How are you going to do it? So again, you have to decide how you want to develop your career choice. And then you go back to modules again, and then develop your professional message. So those of us old timers back in the day, we used to call that elevator speak. You talk about how you're going to sell yourself, right? You go into the elevator in one of the big office buildings downtown or wherever they've got this background music. So this would be you. You would preparing yourself a presentation, an elevator speak, so to speak, on you and what you offer to the company and how you will be able to help with their success. And again, then you manage it by managing your workbook, right? So again, you go back to this, and this will give you a real great explanation, putting it all together, your story, reshaping your story, resume. Good stuff, right? I mean, this is pretty neat stuff. So then you want to go back and go back to your professional message. Then you can go back to modules, and then this is real cool. This stuff is so neat. These are different career services tabs that they could help you in your career search. I tell you, back when I was a young pup and out of just getting my bachelor's degree, we didn't have this. We had companies who would come in and interview us. Of course, we'd have a career day. That was it. And then, when I was in HR, I would go out to different universities and interview seniors to see if they would be in our internship programs to go through, engineering, marketing, accounting, and that type of thing. But here, you've got different tabs of how you're going to prepare for your defining your career path, prepare your professional development and career services, all these tabs. Then you go back down to experiential learning opportunities. Take a look at that. Resumes and professional documents. Oh man, you got cover letters. And beyond the video, fundamentals of a resume. Perfect stuff. Personal brand. What's your personal brand? Your career services presents Clifton Strengths and videos. All this good stuff here is so neat. LinkedIn. Tell you what, you got to get into LinkedIn. Even if you're not pursuing a job or career, put your resume out there, tidy it up, and put it in there, because headhunters go right to LinkedIn. My son-in-law got he's worked with the company I worked in. He's very discouraged. I told him, I says, hey, dude, put your resume out there on LinkedIn, join it, and but it happened within a week, within 1 week of posting his resume, because he's a brainiac SAP materials coordinator. He got a job offer from one of the top 10 chemical companies. They almost doubled his salary. He gets to work from home. He has to travel once in a while, but that's perfect. So I highly recommend it. I put mine in there. I kind of got it in a hiatus right now because I'm not looking. But again, networking again is the perfect opportunity for people to network with that are in the same industry as you. More and more people get jobs by people who you know and how you can get in there. One of my son-in-law's brothers got a job at a party talking to some people, and he says, "Yeah, come on in, man. I got a job opening here in Indiana, and I need these guys." And he got a job working on the pipelines at the Whiting terminal for AMCO. So really great stuff for networking, right? So you never know who you know, right? Job search strategies, all this stuff, identifying job scams, interviewing techniques. Look at that's really important. How you dress, how you present yourself. You have to sell yourself. You are, it's like fishing, right? You're the bait, and for any company that wants you, you have to be attractive to them, that they want what your skills are. And remember, they're not hiring you to train you. They're hiring you to sit and hit the ground running for what you know. And then salary negotiations again, and then career advancement. So this is all here free of charge. I don't know if you've ever had the opportunity to take a look at it in the career services presentation in week 6 on that Tuesday with Annette. She'll go through some of these, but I wanted to give you a highlight on some of the stuff that's out there. It's really good stuff. So hopefully this is going to be a good learning lesson for you. And if you haven't seen it, then here it is, right? So this is pretty good stuff. It's great stuff. I highly recommend it. I can't say it enough. I wish I had that when I was, years ago when I was in college. But again, this is something that really helps out. Hope you enjoyed this, and we'll see you soon.